What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, as I told you guys, we in the sport of boxing are in the entertainment business. It's still the entertainment business. And with that said, now the team of undefeated, 3-division, 5-time world champion, superstar boxer, who is widely acknowledged and recognized, key point, as one of the faces, if not the face, of the sport of boxing, in Gervonta Tank Davis, superstar boxer. Gervonta Tank Davis is 29 wins, no losses, no draws. 27 big wins by way of knockout. That's important to note. 27 big wins by way of knockout. And one of the two other fights that went the distance, 27 out of his 29 fights are knockouts. One of the other fights was his fight with Isaac Pitbull Cruz back in 2021, December of 2021, in which it still was an exciting fight, even with a hand injury. Another key note to highlight. You have to highlight keynotes. And we have another highlighted keynote. Gervonta Tank Davis, that fight with Isaac Cruz, although he injured his hand going into the fight, and he injured his hand, re-injured it, and aggravated it in the 5th, 6th round, he never stopped throwing it. He never stopped being exciting. And so Gervonta Tank Davis is in the business of not just legacy, but to be in the business of entertainment so he can make a living to feed his family and live the lifestyle that he so chooses to live. With that said, we had a fight this past Thursday. Olympic silver medalist, undefeated, now 3-division world champion, former unified WBC, WBO super featherweight world champion, superstar boxer, Shakur Stevenson was in action. Shakur Stevenson is now 21 wins, no losses, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout. 10, another note to highlight, 10 wins by way of knockout. He is 26 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach, and is a southpaw. He faced off against hard-hitting Dominican lightweight star title contender Edwin De Los Santos, who is now 16 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 14 wins by way of knockout, 24 years of age, 5'7", with a 68-inch arm reach. And it was a snoozer to nobody's fault but yours, Shakur. It was a snoozer. That's just the truth of the matter. Shakur knows it was a snoozer. Everybody around him knows it was a snoozer, including his promoter, legendary promoter, top-ranked CEO, Bob Arum, who Bob Arum called it a snoozer. With that said, the team of Gervonta Tank Davis is now saying they have no interest in fighting Shakur Stevenson because the people are not interested in seeing Shakur Stevenson, who utilized the ring way too much without countering and being offensive and being aggressive. And now it's being leaked that Shakur Stevenson injured his shoulder and Shakur Stevenson had a left hand injury. He's a southpaw. Shakur Stevenson, in this fight, landed 65 total punches in 12 rounds, and 46 of the 65 punches was jabs. So it left no excitement. So you have longtime trainer, mentor, big brother, father, uncle figure of Gervonta Tank Davis, Coach Calvin Ford. His team, another one, and Coach Kenny Ellis. It was a snoozer. Gervonta Tank Davis is not interested in snooze fights. He's not interested in fighting somebody that's going to utilize way too much movement. Although Gervonta Tank Davis has the ring IQ, the skill set, the talent, he's a southpaw as well. But Gervonta Tank Davis could cut the ring off. That would be more entertaining if Shakur Stevenson lets his hands go in a counterpunch style. Because people are interested in seeing the bull and the matador. But they want the matador to stand in front of the bull and wave the red flag, the red towel, and get out the way. But they want to see him stop and do it again, not completely run around the arena. So, I said highlight key points. I know people are saying Shakur Stevenson injured his hand. But again, Gervonta Tank Davis injured his hand against Isaac Pitbull Cruz. And he didn't stop being entertaining. He didn't stop being offensive. This is a pattern. The reason that people have an issue with what Shakur Stevenson did is because there's a pattern. We have an example of him doing this before he did this with Edwin De Los Santos. Before it was said that he had this injury. We saw this example when he fought Nakatilia back in 2021. And he didn't have a hand injury or shoulder injury that was reported or even rumored. He just was looking to stay away from, as he said, Nakatilia's power. And he makes you miss when you're a power puncher, but he doesn't make you pay. And that's where the problem lies. Because you see, people are not going to be happy and not want to pay to watch that type of performance. When you do that, you make them miss, make them pay. Make them pay. You got to make them pay. Or the fans won't be interested in watching you perform. And so the fans wasn't interested after that Nakatilia fight. But then Shakur Stevenson went on a tear where he was aggressive, he was offensive, he was dominant when he fought Jamel Herring and stopped Jamel Herring. When he fought Oscar Valdez and dominated Oscar Valdez. When he fought Yoshino and dominated Yoshino and stopped Yoshino in the 6th round. Everybody was like, okay, he graduated over that hump and that situation he had with Nakatilia. And then the very first time you put him in the ring with another power puncher like Nakatilia or more, who was slick, athletic, and aggressive, he went and resorted right back into the example of Nakatilia fight. And that's why people have the issue with this performance, because we have an example of it. If this was the first time, people would say, okay, he had the injury, he had the shoulder injury, he couldn't use his left hand. He went a span of like 2 or 3 rounds, only throwing 2 left hands. Now, he was jab dominant, he's accurate, he's highly skilled. He got cat-like reflexes. But when you Gervonta Tank Davis and you in the entertainment business and you want these big fights and the legacy fights, that type of performance is not going to cut it. And so now Tank Davis and his team is like, bro, we was watching Shakur, we was rooting for Shakur. We want Shakur to win, but not like that. We want Shakur to win in dominating fashion to give the fans and the people a reason to justify Gervonta Tank Davis fighting Shakur Stevenson, not just because his name is Shakur Stevenson. Not just because his name is Shakur Stevenson. Because here's the problem is that now I have 2 examples of you doing this. With a power puncher, I put you in with the second biggest puncher in boxing today. And I say the second because Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight, who knocked down and knocked out every opponent he's ever faced, is the biggest puncher in boxing history. And he's still active. So Tank Davis is right, in my opinion, behind Deontay Wilder as the biggest punchers in boxing. And so you put him in with the biggest puncher of them all that he could possibly face, other than, again, Deontay Wilder is the X factor because he's a heavyweight. Shakur will never fight him. But you put him in a ring with the biggest and the best puncher he could possibly face, and Artur Beterbiev is a massive puncher as well. Let's not forget Artur Beterbiev, who's 19 wins, and 19 knockouts. But he's just not active. But you put Shakur in the ring with the biggest puncher he could possibly face, people are going to expect him to do what? Utilize way too much movement. And they're not going to have no interest in it. Period. So Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, needs to rematch Edwin De Los Santos with a healthy shoulder, a healthy hand, a healthy shoulder and a healthy hand as a southpaw. Dominate that performance, get the dub, and justify the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. Period. Or fight Frank Martin and dominate Frank Martin. But you got to be in there with somebody that got power, that's big, athletic, and strong to justify it. That's what it's going to take. I know people saying, well, Devin Haney needs to rematch Lomachenko, and you didn't say Devin Haney. Devin Haney clearly won, and that was an action-packed fight. Devin Haney clearly won, and that was an action-packed fight. And Devin Haney's the undisputed champion already. And that fight was entertaining. Lomachenko had spurts. Devin Haney had a lot of moments. More moments than Lomachenko. That was an entertaining fight. Nobody's saying Devin Haney should rematch Lomachenko because it wasn't entertaining and he got to prove himself. People say they want to see Lomachenko or Devin Haney rematch because they want to say Devin Haney lost and didn't deserve the win. It's not the case with Shakur Stevenson. So now Tank Davis and his team is focused on Devin Haney. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. So all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.